description.
Y'all
on
know
top of the
listen,
Snyder cut.
If y'all listen real closely, you can hear DeMayo not snoring.
He's snoring?
Listen, be quiet.
Are you serious? Wow. My brother worked hard.
You can't make this up.
No, you can't make it up.
You can't make this up. You can't make this up.
Wow.
Just be quiet, y'all, and enjoy the stream. Didn't I tell you to get some brand new toilet paper? It's chafing me up. Oh, hey, how y'all doing, man? We're back. I skipped a week because I had to do some things. But Fatal J is back. Dark Council is back. And let's start things off on a membership extravaganza. We got Steel Leg History. Here you go, sir.
You got the touch. You got the power.
Yeah. I can never thank you enough for your support and kindness. I just hit 720 of them things today. And I started physical therapy again to keep getting my knee better. Keep up the great work. Hey, man, pretty soon you getting all these subs. Man, I'm going to tell you, bro. I'm going to be working for this man. You know what I mean? I'm like one of them Tarantino films. Not Tarantino. What a dang. What's the greatest dude of all time? Cinema. Gonna be working for this man one day. Graf Well, what up, sir? Here you go.
See ya.
Graf Well, stick around. We're definitely gonna be speaking about Disney Plus. There's a lot of changes going on since a certain big Marvel movie out there flopped. I'm talking about a big, fat, stinking flop. FF. Hashtag cancel Disney Plus. Thank y'all for coming to the show. We got Brother Man right here with the $5 of them things. Here you go. What? Brother Man, thank you so much. Brother Man, I'm going to tell you what we're going to be speaking of tonight. We're going to be talking about the Superman box office. Will it beat Man of Steel? Word on the street is already the biggest blockbuster in the theater now. We're going to be talking about Fantastic Four and how it's a big, fat, stinking floppage. And we're going to be talking about Spider-Man Brand New Day. Will it say Marvel? Because Marvel so far got 3 flops. Flops. Thank y'all for coming out. We got somebody in the back. You know this man, my friend. They call him DeMayo. Really, bro?
What's up, bro? What's up?
What's up, man?
I told you I was editing, bro. I wasn't in DMs, bro.
You need to quit that.
Editing. You gotta do 2 things at once. I gotta get up in the morning too, bro.
Man, you pulling some junk 3PO moves. Next, I'm gonna hear people talking in the background, you know? Now I understand, bro.
How you doing? It's good to be back here for the Dark Council. I miss you guys, Mr.
Yes,
Team. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We got. You know what we need a full roster back. That's what we need.
Man,
we
like Wu-Tang
back, bro.
We like Wu-Tang.
Yeah, man.
You know, when we come together, it does damage, but it's hard to get us to come together. Pause.
Yeah.
We got some more Dark Council members coming though. But shout out to Steel Leg. He said shout out to Fatal J, DeMayo Abu Naz, Lorena Creole.
What's up?
Thank you so much. We got Brother Man showing love. Thank you so much, Brother Man. Gravwell. Let's see who else we got in here. That's pretty much everybody so far. Y'all come on in.
Make sure you like that smash button.
Yes, sir. We got 34 people watching between.
The smash button. Matter of fact, we got Kai up in the house. What's up, bro?
What's up, Kai? You know I love you so much, bro. We need some new videos, though. We need some more skits, man. Hook us up. You know? That boy Kai got us looking right.
Listen, hold on. I'm gonna go old school for y'all. I'm gonna go old school for y'all right now. Let's get where we at. A2, what's up, A2? Let's get where we at. Hold on. Let me look at what we got right here. Right, we got 11 likes right now. Yeah, let's get 30 likes. So we need to get some more people here.
No,
right?
Freak that.
Let's get 30 likes. Right?
Now, freak that. We need 100. I want 100 likes. And I'm gonna tell you something. If I don't get 100 likes, me DeMayo not come. I need 100 likes.
So no. I got something for you. I'm going old school. I'm going old school for you. Watch this. Right. So we get 30. We're gonna start at 30. Let's start at 30. Right? We're gonna start at 30, and I will step aside. See, right now we got the lovely Natalie Emmanuel up here, right? We got the lovely Natalie Emmanuel. Game of Thrones. Natalie Emmanuel.
Oh, that's the chick. That's the chick.
Yes.
She was a translator.
Yes. Let me show you two again. There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm like Palpatine.
Good. So we got Natalie Emmanuel up there right now, right? If we get 30 likes, I'll make the screensaver move.
We got A2D2, one of the best moderators known to man in the building.
Whoa. Look at Kai says. I give you 100 likes if you get a little callus back up here. Wow.
Hey, bro. That's gonna be hard. That's gonna be hard, bro. Let me tell y'all something. I'm gonna give y'all the synopsis. I'm gonna give people the synopsis on Callus, because a lot of people wonder where Callus and where Drunk is at, and even where Abu. Even though Abu did pop up on the last show. Okay, Lord Callus is a big time boss, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. Not gonna put his business out there. This man got corporations under his belt, and no, I'm not joking. The man got corporations. He's busy. I think the only time Callus can get on YouTube is when he dropped them shorts. Make sure to subscribe to Lord Callus, because
100%. His shorts are on point.
Those shorts are on point. But like I said, Lord Callus is a busy man. Lord Callus is the type of brother where you come in late and Callus is there, you gonna come up with every lie in the book not to get fired. And I'm gonna keep it at that. We got my man Super Sly 75 up in here. Here you
Now! Everyone! I need you all to lend me your energy! I want you to take this! You're really good.
Okay, Sly, you started some ish, especially with the Majini being here. Because the Majini, I recorded it, the Majini. I did 50 push-ups, but I'm not going to reveal.
Wait. No, time out. The deal was 50 push-ups on live stream, bro. You can't do 50 push-ups and record it. That shit could be edited. Nah, bro. Nah, we ain't doing that. We are not doing that. No. The deal was 50 push-ups on the live stream. 50 push-ups on the live, bro. We's not doing pre-recorded 50 push-ups. No.
So you go.
No, we don't. You can do 10. You got 5 sets of 10. I'm good like that. 5 sets of 10. You ain't got to do.
That's what I did on the video. That's what I did on the.
No. We doing it live, my G. Live. We is not doing No.
All right, man. Fine. Been with Superman lead a theater. I do 10 sets.
Correct.
Hold on, 10 sets of 5.
$1 billion, bro. It ain't making $1 billion.
You right. You right. Sly told me it wasn't gonna hit $1 billion, but I'm gonna tell you this though. I believe it could have hit $1 billion if Jurassic World and
don't make excuses for them, bro.
No, bro. Look, listen. I'm gonna explain it, and I'm glad we're getting on topic. And Sly, I'm gonna read your super chat. I think all 3 movies dropping at once hurt them all. I think Fantastic Four, if it would have had no competition, it would have hit $1 billion. If Jurassic World didn't have competition, it would have hit $1 billion. And if Superman didn't have any competition, it would have hit. But think about it. They speak on it.
Fatal. What you forgetting? Like, I understand it was lightning in a bottle, but let's be realistic. Movies can hit $1 billion with another movie right by it. Okay, Barbie did it with Oppenheimer. Now, granted, Oppenheimer didn't hit the $1 billion, but it hit 975. It almost hit $1 billion.
But those weren't comic book films, though.
It doesn't matter. Barbie is an iconic. That might as well be a comic book character. Barbie's iconic. Everything. I mean, listen, Fantastic Four, Superman is iconic. Why isn't Superman making $1 billion, bro? Superman's part of the big 3. You got Superman, you got Batman, you got Spiderman. Those are the big 3 when it comes to American comics, right?
You right.
You got Superman not hitting $1 billion, come on, bro. Come on.
You're right. So you think, just looking at these 3 movies, you just think they were just Rudy Poo films?
They were just.
I
like the movies. The only way I like Jurassic Park, and I'm not interested in that.
I like all 3 as well. But this is what you're saying? All 3 movies, they have enough draw to get the general audience? Is that what you're saying?
So what could have really saved this movies? All 3 of them. Well, I should say the 2 of them, the 2 superhero ones, was the word of mouth, right? Now, Fantastic Four wasn't a bad movie. I think they did some stupid stuff in the movie, but it wasn't a bad movie. The problem
I thought it was dope.
There's 2 things I had a problem with that movie. 2 things. Actually, technically 3. But we're talking about as far as the 2 most glaringly obvious problems with that. One was Pedro, I'm in everything, Pascal, Mr. Fantastic. I just couldn't. He did good, but I can't see past Pedro because he's too much of Pedro, right? And the female Silver Surfer. Because nobody cares about Shia LaBeouf. Nobody, when I say, look me in the face. Look me in the face. Nobody cares about Shia LaBeouf, okay? That was a freaking what if comic. Nobody cares about that character, okay? Nobody cares about that character.
Yeah.
And obviously, the thing with in the movie, as far as narrative-wise, I guess we can do quick spoilers, but him putting a target on his baby.
All day.
Him putting a target on his baby was the stupidest ish I ever heard of in my life, bro. That was stupid.
What, with the baby?
Yeah, when he told the world what Galactus wanted, That was stupid. That was stupid.
Oh, yeah. So you don't think that was him being up front with the
Him
word
being up front is cool and all. All he had to say was, look, what Galactus wanted was too much, and we couldn't do it. That's all he had to say.
Well, we gonna get to that, but Super Sly said, are we still moving the goalpost for Superman? How did everybody suddenly forget how box office calculations are generated? Mike bad knees. Mike has bad knees.
Check it out.
Yes. Y'all check out my boy Plunge Cast. He dropped comic books like your boy Fatal J. Ninja Blast is completely done. Well, I
can't wait.
I got to do some lettering, but that's it. But check out Plunge Cast. He dropped dope comic books. Man of Steel gets too much hate. It does not deserve. I agree. To me, this is the greatest Superman emblem known to man, and I will forever rock it. Beard Shard up in here. What up, Beard Shard? Shawshank, Forrest Gump, and Pulp Fiction all came out on the same day. Okay, you got a point.
By the way, brother man, my speaker situation is great. As you can see, I put the speakers behind me instead of right here. That's what was the problem. That's why you kept getting the feedback. I had the speakers right here, right next to the desk, and that was not a smart move. That's why you was getting that feedback. So
yeah, man, I'm glad you fixed that because they were getting on my nerves. Sound like it was an alien invasion going on. We got 57 people watching. Smash that like button. Smash that like button, man. Look here, man. I'm tired of y'all playing games. Smash the like button now or meet my cousin Luke. Get them lights up.
Your cousin is trash.
All right, here we go. Here we go, folks. James Gunn Superman has flown past $550 million at the box office as of Sunday. However, it's still well short of the Batman. But at least it's crushing Marvel's Fantastic Four. Man of Steel, still no comparison. 2025 is shaping up to be a big year of box office bombs. Now, D, I got two questions for you.
Let me hear them.
$550 million. Will Superman make its money back?
It need 560. So another 10 million. It will break even. It'll break even at 560.
It'll break even. And D, talking to my homeboy and talking to a Hollywood producer out there, Warner, they wanted that Iron Man effect, that first Iron Man movie effect. And what I mean by that is, listening to James Gunn interviews, I thought it was Cap, but it kind of makes sense. He wanted the perception of this movie being good. So future movies can do $1 billion. Do you think that's Cap or what you think?
I think this movie had the right idea. I think it was displaced a little bit. I thought that the ensemble cast in it wasn't bad because it didn't really take away. I know people say they got people helping Superman. Fantastic, whatever. Let's be fair. Superman needs to be slightly depowered, at least a little bit, not completely depowered, but a little bit, because when you think about it, Superman is the cleanup. Now, I think would this have been a little bit better? To me, I think the dog should not have been in the movie. Crypto is while he is a comic book deep cut, he's too much. Like I didn't like Crypto even back with Super Friend shit. That was like Crypto's like whatever. I didn't need Crypto there.
Yeah,
I think this would have been better minus Crypto. And again, I didn't hate it. I just think that Crypto was a little much, right? And I don't mind him being helped.
He was too much. He was too much.
I don't mind him being helped a little bit. It wasn't like they really saved the day without Superman. Yeah. Superman was kind of like, he was part of the team. Like, it is what it is.
Well, this is the kicker about the Superman movie that kind of blew me away. And like I said, I like this movie, but it had flaws. Did you notice the person who saved the day the most, even more than Superman in this movie?
Mr. Fantastic. I mean, Mr. Terrific.
What?
Mr. Terrific.
Nah, Mr. Terrific was one of them, but Green Lantern saved the day the most. Think about it. Remember when Superman and Lois was in his hotel or apartment, whatever?
Mm-hmm.
Remember that thing they were fighting in the sky?
Yeah.
Who was fighting that character?
Yeah.
Remember the little boy that was praying, Superman. Who came to save the day? Was it Superman?
Yeah. To be fair, the Green Lanterns are the intergalactic police. So
yeah, but Superman supposed to save the day.
Yeah, this is true. But we also got to take into look. I will give a little caveat as the fact that they are implying that this is a kind of new-ish Superman. He only been doing it for 3 years, right? So we're not talking about Kingdom Come Superman type shit. You're not talking about like a Superman like that. You talk about a rookie of sorts, right? Nobody's gonna be perfect at what they're doing within 3 years. I mean, you'll be good, but you won't be perfect, right? And mind you, this is one thing that people forget about Superman. Superman really started not even flying, right? When you talk about like the original,
he didn't fly in the beginning. He didn't fly.
So he learned his powers as he kept going on. So it makes sense that he's not a total G.
And think about this. He wasn't that fast either. Faster than a locomotive.
Yeah.
Leaping over tall buildings.
Faster than the speed of bullet and stronger than a locomotive.
Faster than a speeding bullet.
Yeah.
He was actually low tier in the beginning.
They need to build him up. So I think in the next movie, Superman should be cleanup. He shouldn't be like, he should be more.
In the next movie, what I got on the screen, take off them draws. Pause. Because I'm kind of like, I got the crypto. I got the Kylo Ren theory when it comes to this movie. Like Kylo Ren, I felt like the 3 trilogy, the 3 sequel trilogy. I felt like if Kylo Ren kept his mask on, those 3 movies would have been totally different. Now, I'm not saying it wouldn't be totally trash. I'm just saying it'll be a totally different feel.
Yeah, they would have gave him more of a mystique.
It would have gave him more mystique. Them draws that my man was wearing, it just made it look corny. And word on the street, that's why China kind of backed away from this film, is because it looked too goofy with the draws. So my request to James Gunn, because James Gunn, I know you watch this show, you know, James Gunn, take them draws off. Pause, because I know y'all gonna clip that. But this is a concept image of
they could have did that and just put the belt there to give a separation, so it doesn't look like a diving suit.
Well, believe it or not, James Gunn was going to go with no trunks. I'm gonna show you. It's a short that talk about it. Check this out right here. Y'all smash that like button too. Y'all hear that?
No, I don't hear nothing.
I talked to Zack Snyder, who was like, I tried 1 billion different versions with the trunks. And one of the biggest questions was, were we going to have trunks or we were not have trunks? I talked to Zack Snyder, who was like, I tried 1 billion different versions with the trunks. And at the end of the day, I tried it, but I couldn't get there. And I was feeling exactly the same way. And Juliana and I talked, we'll do.
So peep this. James Gunn was going to go without the trunks. He even talked to Zack Snyder. For all you Snyder cult people out there that believe James Gunn and Zack Snyder hate each other guts. And Zack Snyder told James Gunn, I tried all different adaptations of the trunks for Henry Cavill, and it didn't work. James Gunn said, okay, then I don't feel so bad. Now watch this. This is what made James Gunn change his mind.
one version where we tried both Trunks and not Trunks. And I still was going to go with not Trunks. And then you said...
You wanted Trunks in theory. You
in
liked the idea of Trunks.
Theoretically, I like the idea of Trunks because it's, Superman I grew up with.
But the problem is they look kind of silly. You were looking for a way to make them look cool.
Now, look here. They don't look kind of silly. They are silly. What the freak?
Or you were looking for a function, an explanation for having them.
Reason why they would be there. Yeah.
And my thing was just maybe they're supposed to look a little silly. Maybe the reason he wears them is to look a little silly. Basically.
James Gunn, you're the director. He's an actor. He should shut up and put on whatever suit they give him. Why did you listen to that man? Why? Let's continue.
To undermine how powerful he really is.
One of the biggest questions.
So yeah, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. There you go. We got Beard Shire with the 5. Beard Shire, thank you so much. Here you go. D, not to get off topic. Shout out to you for wearing the Attack on Titan shirt too. Not to get off topic though. I saw a few weeks ago the story of Bardock. I think that's my favorite DBZ movie, man.
Especially so, it's something about the OG just straight up. Like I always will have a connection with the Dragon Ball franchise, but nothing. To me, like, listen, I know that might be a little sacrilege to people who like the original Journey to the West, Little Goku and Dragon Ball. That's it's a great beginning. It really is a great beginning to Goku. But there's nothing to me that tops Dragon Ball Z. That entire, from when Raditz comes all the way to the end with Majin Buu,
all the way
everything
to the
in
end
between there
was fire.
Freaking amazing. And the thing about that is that what people don't get is like it just showed the struggle of how to become super. Like Goku had to train, he got trapped in 100 times gravity, and that's what made him get the kick over to get Super Saiyan. Vegeta trained at 500 times gravity to get Super Saiyan. Gohan,
and you remember when Yamcha tried to go in there?
Oh, he almost died. He's like, I don't know what the problem is. Like, oh my God, what did I do? Like,
and people always ask, why did Bulma do Yamcha like that? Why did she go with Vegeta? Well,
because Vegeta's an alpha.
Yeah, alpha male. But let's get back on topic. Beer Shot with the 5. Do you think Spider-Man, Hulk, and Punisher will be $1 billion? Oh, you talking about Brand New Day? We're going to talk about that later on the show too. But to answer your question, and thank you so much for the super chat, yes. When you look at the Spider-Man franchises, they always hit $1 billion.
Yeah, Spider-Man at this point is kicking Batman. I think, and to be fair, I didn't mind the Batman either, but that's still, DC has been dropping the ball with their big 2. Your big 2.
Well, I'm not going to go that far, D, because
they've been dropping the ball, bro.
They have been dropping the ball, but listen, you right, but listen. The Batman dropped during COVID. Do you know what type of numbers it did? I'm gonna show you.
Some high millions. I know it did.
It did real high millions. Let's see what it made. This is what it made right here. Now, this was during COVID.
Mm-hmm.
You see that? So I'm not gonna count.
It's doing better than Superman.
But it's like you said, D. It's like you said, D. Spider-Man and Batman is the 2 big boys. You know what I mean?
In DC. And Superman and Batman are the big 2 of DC, and Marvel has 1. And Marvel's 1 is Spider-Man. So Spider-Man is probably going to hit $1 billion. It probably will. What's up, Mark?
What up, y'all? What's going down?
Genes.
I
love it.
Do it.
I have great genes.
I have great genes.
Don't hate. Don't hate.
We definitely gonna talk about that too. And Mark, we was just pretty much talking about Superman. And do you feel that Superman will make his money back?
Yeah. Hasn't it done that? No.
It needs
No.
another
It's
10
almost
million.
there.
It needs another 10 million.
It'll make it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, listen, bro. I have never in my life done a video on numbers. All that matters to me was I entertained? And I was entertained. So,
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? Let me ask you guys something. When we used to sit and watch Star Wars back in the day and all of these, did we ever care about box office?
No.
You know what I mean?
No.
Well, I get that we're grown now and this is kind of what we're looking at, but to me, it just takes the fun out of it, bro. I had a good time. That's all that matters.
Well,
I'm with you, Mark. But the only reason why I'm concerned with numbers is because this is kind of like my hobby / job. Is to kind of like give you a breakdown. So as far as that, I always, whenever I do my reviews, I always say, was I not entertained? That's my bottom line. And if when I left, pretty much like this here, I know it's a bad bar, but when I left The Last Jedi, I was not entertained. I was actually impressed. When I left,
But The Last Jedi made all types of money. You know what I mean? So there's really no accounting for taste.
You know what I'm saying? So I get what you're saying, but like I said, as far as my YouTube hobby / job, what I do here, I give the numbers as more of a guideline, not necessarily a rule. You know what I mean? It's just a guideline to see where is that, just get a litmus test. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I totally get it. And Mike has bad knees, got a point. Yeah, the box office matter. I never said the box office didn't matter. I just said that it really doesn't concern me if I've been entertained. You know what I mean? Like I was entertained by the Fantastic Four. I actually love that movie, but I do understand that it is underperforming. So my thing is, am I going to cry about it? Like, I don't know, Snyder heads or whatever? Or am I just going to be like, look, I had a good time. It was a great movie to me. And, if I don't get another one, I mean, there's been plenty of one shots that we've watched and didn't get another one. And it's okay, bro. It's really okay. It's like, I just don't like how we've taken this detour, man.
But this is the thing, Mark. The only reason why we talk about box office is because of content. And I'm not saying us. I'm just saying YouTubers in general. And you got to think too, the gift and the curse. YouTube have actually made us smarter when it comes to these films. Because think about it. Before we get into the YouTube world, we didn't care about the writer. We didn't care about the director. We didn't care about the actors. We didn't care about what the actors were doing behind the scenes.
Guess what, Fatal? I still don't. The only reason why I made commentary is because they started attacking us. You see, that's where the line was for me. When they say that, okay, the Fantastic Four didn't make its money or it didn't or it underperformed because the audience is too stupid to get it. Now I have a problem. And I actually like the movie, but I don't want to hear that type of thing. It's like it's the burden of the studio to make something. If they want to make $1 billion, then they should be more plugged into the source material. They should come out to some cons. It's really not that hard to do, and that's on them. That's their burden. But like Black Panther, I'm kind of resolved to the idea that we might not be getting another Black Panther, like a T'Challa-led Black Panther for our generation. You know what I mean? Like they could always surprise me. I could be wrong. But
I'm so burnt out on how they've been doing black people. I didn't even realize Wakanda, the Eyes of Wakanda. I didn't even realize that was out.
It just came out, right? It did come out.
I think it's like a few episodes deep.
Yeah. I think I heard somebody talking about it. Yeah.
Anybody in the chat seen Eyes of Wakanda?
I have no interest in that.
I'm so glad I have the Trunks. It look trash without it. Oh, before you came on the show, Mark, pause. We was talking about Trunks or no Trunks. It was an image that I pulled up where James Gunn was going to do no Trunks. This is some of the early concept art of the suit without the trunks. Now I know you're a huge Superman fan like me. Do you think the trunks hurt this movie, or what's going on in your mind?
The trunks hurt? No, I don't think the trunks hurt the movie. I think James Gunn hurt the movie. I think that he couldn't shut the hell up during the marketing process. And if anything hurt the movie, because I think it's still doing okay, but I think if anything hurt the movie, it's just that every time you looked around, especially if you're online like most of us are these days, you saw him talking and people were taking his comments out of context. So the whole Superman as an immigrant thing got started. And, it was too much of a sideshow. It's like there wasn't enough mystery to it to build the anticipation for it. Like, with the original Superman, like it or hate it, when they said, like, way back in the day, I can still remember their tagline was, "You will believe a man can fly," right?
Yeah.
And we were like, really? Well, show me a man flying. I want to believe this. And there was anticipation, there was mystery about it. Like, how are they going to pull this off? And we need the equivalent of that today. We need something that makes us like so excited to see, like, what are they going to do that we haven't seen before? Remember George Lucas said that when he saw The Force Awakens, he was like, I did all this already, like he wanted to see something new. And it's not that hard if you have people with imagination. You can rock the house with a Superman movie. You just have to have imagination.
But the man said it's not about T'Challa or Black Panther. Although last episode had a brutal viewing. He's talking about Eyes of Wakanda.
Yeah. I mean, somebody told me it wasn't bad, but I don't think it was. To me, it's not relevant if it's like bad or not. It's just, what they did with T'Challa is something that I'm not going to get over that, man.
Well, this is the thing. When it comes to these movies now, Fantastic Four, Superman, Jurassic Rebirth, they was good films, but this stuff don't inspire or move me or make me talk about it more when I leave the theater. Like me and D were talking about Thunderbolts. Bro, I forgot I watched that.
That's bad, man. That's bad.
It's funny. I won't even think about that movie either.
That's what I'm saying.
It's like when you think about movies that stick with you, you got like your Back to the Futures, your Terminator,
the first movie,
Terminator 2s.
I swear on everything. But when you said that, Back to the Future, right before you said Back to the Future, hit my mind, bro.
Yeah, those movies are so iconic. It's just like
they iconic
because they knew how to tell a story to bring you within. They wanted you to forget about this and take you to a place where you can get into a DeLorean with a flux capacitor, do 88 miles per hour, and see some serious shit. That's what they made you believe.
Listen, remember, I think it was the last line of that movie when they're when Doc Brown comes back to pick them up, and Michael J. Fox or Marty was like, do we have enough road where we're going? We don't need roads, right? And then it just like, it flies off into the camera and everybody was like, oh my God, you know what I mean?
Correct.
It's like, we want that level of mind-blowingness.
Yes, 100%.
And we just don't have that, bro.
Even something that's crazy is like with Terminator 2. I remember when Arnold Schwarzenegger went to Arsenio Hall and they were promoting that movie, and he said this is going to be the greatest movie of the summer, and that was his tagline. So every time he said it, Arsenio Hall made it flash on the bottom of the screen. And you know what? That was the greatest movie of that summer, because I couldn't tell you, like, I just loved it. It was so cool seeing when he says, when he comes out and Sarah Connor sees him come out of the elevator, and you see her heartless, and she's like, I mean, you felt her fear because she knew what that thing was there to do, right?
Bro.
So I mean,
these are the moments, brother. These are the moments. I remember in Aliens, right? I remember being in the theater when Newt falls down, like, between the gears or whatever it was, and they're looking for her, and she's like down in the water. She's clutching her little doll. She's like, oh, and you see the alien come up behind her. I remember the whole theater went crazy. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And
Yeah.
it's like that's what we've lost, bro. It's like that's what we need now. Now, you know, I remember at the end of Infinity War, it was definitely a thing that we shared as an audience when we realized they lost. Like, I remember, man, it's like everybody was like, what the hell? Like, girls started crying when Spider-Man started to disintegrate or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, and we were sharing that as an audience. So that was a real moment.
That was the last great comic book moment. And I would even put that moment up there with like your Empire Strikes Back. I'm saying moment.
Oh, sure.
That when you left the theater, you was like, dang. Dang. It was like you was at a funeral.
It
But
was.
peep this though. But how many years since we got Infinity War?
Yeah.
It's been a while.
It's been a while. Been some years.
It's been a minute. It's been a minute.
Yeah,
you know, I'm thinking, you know, as we were just talking about, sorry to just cut back a little bit, as we were talking about iconic movies, for whatever reason, this movie popped in my head. And you might have seen this, you might not have, but I loved this movie as a kid, and I rewatched it relatively recently ago. And that was Adventures in Babysitting. I love that movie, bro. I love that movie. Adventures in Babysitting. That was it was like something that it wasn't like
and was that with that little boy had the Thor helmet on?
Yes, it was a girl.
Okay.
And guess who was the one who was Thor?
Oh,
that was Vincent D'Onofrio, aka Kingpin. That's who played the guy who played Thor.
Are you serious?
Yep.
That's right.
Hold on, man. We might have to do a trailer reaction, bro.
Yeah,
because I ain't seen that.
Adventures in Babysitting was fantastic, and it had Elizabeth Shue in it, who I had the biggest crush on back in the day.
Yeah, and she was at Cobra Kai recently, wasn't she?
And she has aged well.
Yes,
yeah,
she was very good.
She looked the same.
And you know what? By the way, just a side note, Hollywood, stop doing the women like y'all doing, man. For the love of God, just age gracefully. For love of everything holy. Stop injecting yourself with nonsense. Just age.
They got the
if you want to do a little touch up, fine, whatever. But
they got the standards.
When you look at like somebody like Elizabeth Shue, you look at what's her name, Susanna Hoffs. They look fantastic for their age.
Like my boy Super Slide that was just in here. If they ain't showing the rib cage, they not gonna get that shine. You know what I'm saying? You got to show rib cage, chest bone. You got to show that.
Nah, man.
All right, let's check out this trailer right here. Adventures of Babysitting.
Yep, 1987.
Meet Chris Parker.
Hold on, this ain't no Warner movie because they'll get me. Is this Warner?
Be careful, bro. Be careful.
What this had Touchstone.
This is Sony. Touchstone is Sony.
Okay. All right, I'm good then.
Getting ready for the greatest night of her life.
Hi.
I gotta cancel. Now she's stuck babysitting the Anderson kids. Sarah.
Mom got Chris.
And I remember watching this when I was young, and the Thor hammer. I mean the Thor helmet. You know, and because I was big on comic books back then, so I was like, okay, that's cool. She rocking the Thor helmet, and she had the hammer too, right? Did she have the hammer?
Mm-hmm.
No, the other guy had the hammer. Well, you might have. I can't remember.
Yeah.
Okay, because she was her pretending to be Thor kind of helped them in the plot of the movie.
Yes, it was.
All right.
To babysit for me.
Chris. Her brother Brad.
Oh my.
His best friend Daryl.
Who is this kid? Stray dog.
Take good care of my baby. I'll guard her with my life.
What could possibly go wrong?
Chris, I'm in trouble. Hang up and sit down. I'll be there in half an hour.
Well, I'm just out of school. This is the night when things go from bad.
That boy in the back seat. Where do I know him from?
He's been in a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, I remember seeing him in a bunch of stuff. Chad, y'all look it up, pull it up. Who was that boy? I don't see him in a lot of movies.
To worse.
Big city, scum sucker.
Too ridiculous.
Wanna go to bed?
Hey, I like danger.
You should try babysitting.
And this is only the beginning.
The friend is dead.
Chris can handle it.
Sarah's probably hanging from the rack.
You know I gotta pause it for YouTube because they'll take your stuff down.
That's your spine now. Sarah, hold
That's not
on.
Anthony Michael
I'm
Hall.
still in control here.
You could say they were having a bad night.
Any problems? No, not really.
If they weren't having such a good time. Adventures in babysitting.
Think your parents will ever ask me to babysit again?
If they do, I'd ask them for $1 more an hour.
Hey, them babysitting movies went hard. I'm gonna tell you
Yeah.
another babysitting movie that was good. With old girl Kelly from Al Bundy. It was called The Babysitter Is Dead. Have y'all seen that?
Yeah,
one?
yeah.
I think I might have seen that one. I didn't see
That
I
movie
can't
was
remember.
dope too.
Yeah.
That was a dope movie.
It was just a fun time.
I
bro.
recommend Adventures in Babysitting. Definitely. If you want to have a good time, that's a great movie, man. Very nostalgic. Very nostalgic.
It's a great movie. Great movie.
Just a fun time. I mean, everything was just so inspired back then.
Yes.
You know, everything now, like I said, everything now is just about the box office. Everything now is about, by committee, and they
Correct.
just took all the passion out of it, man.
It's about, and the worst part about it, Mark, is the fact that we still not getting original ideas. I mean, we get some every now and then. Every now and then we get some original. But think about this. We got the freaking Running Man coming out. Come on, bro. The Running Man. You can't duplicate that. That's even like Total
y'all
Recall.
ever thought about this? Have y'all thought about this?
What's that?
Arnold make franchises, bro. Arnold.
Of course.
Yeah.
Terminator, Predator, Total Recall, Running Man, Conan. Yeah.
I'm wondering why he never got Commando a sequel. Commando was big, bro. We love Commando. Yeah.
Everything he touched was gold. Even the Rudy
True Lies, bro. True Lies was the jump, bro.
It was
True
great.
Lies
It was
great.
fire.
Yep.
True Lies, bro. Me and my wife, I always mess with my wife on that one scene where he say, when he got the Spanish man voice. He got the Spanish man voice, and he tricking his wife because he think his wife is cheating on him. And he got the dude is kind of like suave, and he said, "Sit down on the bed and close your eyes." And she looked at him crazy. She looked at him crazy, and he rewinded. He said, "Sit back on the bed and close your eyes." Bro,
just great.
That movie was amazing, bro. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Arnold's the man. All right, man. I think it's that time. We'll be back with some more news, MCU news. Do I have a commercial? Maybe I do, maybe I don't.
I'm Richard, aka Big Head. I work at the Red House and I'm black.
At the Red
I like pumping iron and pumping furniture into people's homes.
I'm Johnny, aka 10 Gauge. I work at the Red House and I'm white. I like deer hunting, bass fishing, and extending credit to all people.
At the Red House.
I'm black and I love the Red House. I'm white and I love the Red House.
I'm a black woman and I love the Red House.
I am white and the Red House is for me.
At the Red House.
Look at the sofa. It's perfect for a black person or a white person.
This mattress is perfect for a white person or a black person.
At the Red House, where black people and white people buy furniture.
And Hispanic people too.
And all people.
Bro, you can find these things, bro.
Is that real?
Yeah.
That Avengers cast, I say is perfect up until when they got to the Hulk. They should have just had Lou Ferrigno.
I knew you were gonna say that. I think
should have been Lou Ferrigno. Come on, bro.
No, Arnold got the bigger star power though. Arnold is more perfect.
Lou Ferrigno made the Hulk, man. That'd have been a perfect segue right into that. Have him, and you can connect that to the TV show universe.
Quick news until we get to, because there's a lot of Marvel news we need to talk about. Matt Smith has been cast as a villain in Star Wars Starfighter. I didn't even know it was going to be a Star Wars Starfighter. Speak on it, D.
So wasn't he supposed to be the son in the previous movie, in the sequel trilogy? So in the he was supposed to be the father, the son, and the daughter, the embodiment of the Force. He was supposed to be the son, which would have been a perfect casting for him.
I thought he was supposed to be Palpatine.
No, he's supposed to be the son, which is the embodiment of the dark side. That's what he was supposed to be.
Do you think that would have worked out, or that would have been total trash?
If they would have listened in the Clone Wars under George, that storyline existed and it tied to Abeloth because Abeloth is tied to that storyline, which was crazy because when they put that arc out, the Mortis arc was the same time they put out the Abeloth books, so it kind of worked together. And then like that next year is when they sold Star Wars, which is again one of the worst things that ever happened to any franchise ever. But that's neither here nor there at this point.
Mark, is you excited about this?
No. No. I have no idea what it's supposed to be, and I
don't know either. Yeah, I'm tired of these. I'm tired of these fillers. I'm tired of just stop. Just stop. And wait 10 years from now and start a new trilogy. And I prefer if you did D, what's that dude name? They were talking about your boy playing the role. Keanu Reeves. Revan.
Yeah. No, honestly, they shouldn't do that. They should not touch anything. I mean, I've said it 1,000 times, and I'm going to say it again for the people in the back. Disney wanted to scrap everything George. So Disney scrap everything George and do something yourself. You have your seed, your freaking Space Mogwai. Use him as your new focal point. That's all you have to do. Your Space Mogwai, use him. Grogu, he's your Space Mogwai. That character can live for 1,000 years. So go 1,000 years in the future, have him be not a Jedi, but have him be more like a quote unquote gray Jedi because he's got trained by Mandalorians and he knows how to use the Force and he could tap into the dark side. and have him start his own Jedi or whatever you wanted to call it and run with that. Do something like that. Leave Georgia stuff alone. Just leave it. You already effed it up as it is, but just
it's
stop
over, bro. It's
Stop
nothing.
Not only
they can
that,
do.
but they got Ryan Gosling in here, and now they're bringing in Matt Smith. I thought we all agreed, or they agreed, that they were going to start going a little bit cheaper. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of young, hungry talent that's out there. Like, what's going on? See, this is what I'm talking about. The whole process, man. The first thing they start looking for is what name can we attach to it?
Correct.
You know what I mean? Like, everything is just dictated by that damn box office. I know they want to make money, but you can make money by finding real talent. You know, like, where are the talent agencies out here that are pushing the new talent, young talent? When's the last time we got a real breakthrough young star, you know, that was like so, you know, you just felt like the talent. Like, you know how you can see someone in a breakout performance and you know they got it. You know what I mean? Like, no one knows who they are, but you can't take your eyes off of them. You know what I mean?
I will
Al
say
Pacino,
this.
something like that.
I will say this, Mark. In light of that, how they casted Link and Zelda, those are two relatively unknowns.
I think those.
Even the kids for Harry Potter, they're relatively too. So
them Nintendo gaming fans, they better not mess that up.
Yeah,
you think comic book fans are bad?
What's the name? What's the name? Yoromoto. He has say in that movie, so they're not gonna.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why they
didn't
make Zelda a guy, because you know that was floating out there too. So,
like in Penguin, Kristen Milioti, who played Sophia. You know, I've never seen her anyplace before. I know she was on How I Met Your Mother, I think it was. You know, maybe a couple of other things, black, whatever it was. But she was on a couple of things. But I never saw her before, you know. And she commanded my attention, bro. Like, from the minute she came on the screen, you could tell, like, she had that thing, you know. And
Mark,
that's what I mean, man.
Doing now.
I love that.
That's what they doing now, Mark. David
hey,
Cornswit.
real quick, A2 said his name is Miyamoto. Sorry, that's my fault. That's his name.
Oh, okay.
Miyamoto.
But Mark, that's what they're doing now at DC. They getting those unknown talents and they cheat. David Cornswit only got paid. Well, I'm saying only, it's a lot to me, but he only got paid $750K to do Superman.
$750K?
Yeah.
That's it.
I saw that.
That's it, bro.
Really?
You know who was the most? Watch this, D. You know who was the most paid in that movie? And he actually got paid cheap too. Lex Luthor.
Oh,
Lex Luthor. And he only got $1 million. He only got $1 million. Yeah. Yep.
So what? Well, okay.
I'm gonna tell you who need $1 million. Just check this out right here.
Genes are passed down from parents to offspring, often determining traits like hair color, personality, and even eye color. My genes are blue.
Sydney Sweeney has very genes.
Yo, she had me when she was putting the pants up.
And let the hate
she had
begin.
my attention.
Sydney Sweeney has very genes.
Sydney Sweeney has very genes. Bro, can someone tell me why this is a thing? Like, why? What is with the uproar, bro? I honestly don't understand.
You know why? Because you got people out there who, you know, surprisingly enough, in 2025, think that the human race isn't the human race. It don't matter what your pigmentation is. We all, depending on who gave you the best genes, can have good genes. I mean,
yeah.
Hold on.
It's a double play, man.
Hold on. You think she ain't got no good genes? You smoking crack if you think she ain't got no good genes. Okay?
Man, look.
She got some damn good genes. Okay?
She the new it girl. Cause think about it. Like your Marilyn Monroe's, all the she the new one, you know?
Well, she's a sex symbol, and you know, we haven't had one of those for a while. You
For a
know, because
while,
everyone's trying to apologize for femininity, trying to apologize for masculinity. Now you have this young lady here who is unapologetically just oozing this sex appeal. And, you know, it's too much for some people. But, you know, this is a throwback to how it used to be.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the crazy thing about it is, the one thing that everybody's forgetting is that she's literally talking about genes. She said, my genes are blue. I mean, she's not talking about actual chromosome genes. She's talking about literal wear genes. And people are like, oh my God, Nazi propaganda. Oh no.
No, they missing the point. When they say good genes, it's a double entendre.
It's double entendre. I know what it is.
She's talking about the genes, but she's not talking about her being a blonde-haired white woman. They're saying she's a sexy woman.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, you know something, dude. Look, guys, really, even if she was talking about she has great genes as a white woman, there's still no problem with that, bro.
Still
you
no
know
problem,
what I mean? Because
with that either.
You know, because I don't think she said I have great genes as a white. If you took it that way, I have great genes as a white woman, and you don't as a non-white woman. You know what I mean? This is an ad campaign. Which what's this?
Read the comment.
I got okay genes from Mexico and
Ireland.
Ireland and shitty from Walmart.
Come on, man. Some of those Walmart jeans are okay.
Hey, listen.
We need the hottest back, tired of the uglies. I agree.
Yeah, man.
I agree.
You know, it's an ad campaign, and the next one there could be somebody who's Asian or Latina or black.
You saw the one girl on Twitter /X. She did the same thing. She's like, my jeans are yellow, and she put the freaking. She's Asian, and she put the freaking yellow jeans jacket. She had like the cross colors on, and she said that they got her thing got taken down for hate speech. I'm like, she's Asian. What the hell's the matter with you people?
Well, at the end of the day, they nailed it. The marketing team for this commercial,
100%.
They got people pissed off. They got people loving it. And guess what? You're going to get people to buy those jeans. And and then you got your people who didn't care about the jeans that's going to buy the jeans to support her. You know what I mean? So it's a win-win situation.
But you know, the psyop that I'm always concerned about is that you got lower functioning people out here who do take this as an attack on white people from black people. You know what I mean? So in defiance of that, you have people, you know, it's okay to be white. You know, you got this campaign going on out here, you know, and once again, the same people want to clown black people as if black people are behind this. And I think that's the point of when they do stuff like that too. You know what I mean? Because instigators have always been out there, you know, when they want to get things started, you know, they want to get the races.
100%.
Yeah, there you go.
Provocateurs.
You know, and this is kind of high-tech provocateurs type stuff.
Weren't you talking about that clown that was on Piers Morgan before, who always is crying about this or that? Wasn't that? Didn't you talk about him?
Mark Lamont Hill, yeah.
Yeah. Because he was on there again, making an ass out of himself. Like, okay, bro, dude, again, like I said, if you think that Sydney Sweeney says she has great genes, literally talk about genes that you wear, and if you think black people can't have those genes, that's a you problem. That's a you problem.
Yeah, and he's on there acting like he's talking for all of us. You know, that's why I said I'm glad that we're addressing it here, because Piers Morgan puts these jackasses on there, and he wants everyone to believe, with all of the viewers that he gets and subscribers, that this fool is talking for black people. You know what I mean? And he's not, you know, so unfortunately he's got a much bigger platform than we have, so more people are going to see that. They're going to see the Mark Lamont Hills, you know, and these people that they choose to highlight off of TikTok. And it's a shame, because that, I believe, is what they're trying to do, is once again pit people against one another. You know what I mean?
Correct. And it's always been like that. Like you said, it's a psyop. It's always been about look what's happening over here, look what's happening over here, but never mind what we're doing here. They're getting their John Cena on. You can't see me. You can't see me. That's what they're doing, right? But you know, it's very similar to like, and I don't know if you was going to touch on this, but I've been seeing the buzz on the street with the whole MasterCard and shutting down like specific anime that's or games that's you know, geared towards adults, right? And it's always, oh, it's for the kids. It's the same concept. Oh, it's for the kids, but at the same time, we can't release that list. You want to go after video games of non-real people, something that's literal pixels or drawings, but you can't put out that list. That just shows me you're garbage. And I just want to say that to anybody who supports, any politician that supports that, go F yourself. How about that?
And that was a good point that you just highlighted there, Fatal, too. You know, from Plungecast, how all the uglies came out against Lizzo. Yeah. And that's real. You know, when Lizzo started losing weight and everything, all of a sudden,
a lot too.
And let me tell you, she looks cute, man. I wish she would conduct herself, you know, better, you know, but she looks good, man. You know?
She do.
Yeah,
and good for her.
It's healthier for her too. Like, listen, I'm gonna be 100% with you. If anybody telling you that that's healthy, they're lying to you. It's
the leading cause of death for Black women.
Cannot.
You know, obesity.
Cannot.
Yeah, and I'm trying to drop mine
listen,
too.
I work out a lot, and I'm still
killing people.
Yeah, bro, and you still drinking it too, like a freaking crackhead.
Bro, I'm gonna stop.
Bro, Dr. Pepper, that's like the worst of them, bro. Come on.
Bro, I know I'm killing myself, man. I just ate a chicken nugget dinner, and I know I'm killing myself. I need to stop. I know I got a problem, but I'm going to fix the problem. I told my wife stop buying all that crap because she's not gonna kill me and get my insurance. Thank you so much, Bosco. We got the Bosco scenario up in here with the $2 super chat. What's up in the Dark Council? Mad love.
What up, Bosco?
She's like, I can stop at any time. That's 100%.
I'm like Pookie. It just keeps calling. It keeps calling.
You got
them
chicken nuggets. You got them chicken nuggets.
He said it just keeps calling me. Chris Rock looked terrible in that movie. And you know what? Chris Rock was a true. I know he was a true fiend in that movie because he went back to it for real. That was the dumbest thing they could ever do is make Chris Rock the spy in a drug.
Yeah,
you gonna make a crackhead a spy? They set that man up for failure. A crackhead spy in one of the biggest crack dens in New York.
New Jack City, baby.
We hit 30 likes, so I have to change the freaking screensaver. I have to change it. We gotta have to do it. So we're gonna change it up.
Man, what's her name again? Because she's like
Natalie Emmanuel. Natalie Emmanuel.
Do you know Mark, you know who that is?
No.
Let me show you.
She's from Game of Thrones.
What's her name? D. Emmanuel what?
Natalie the one who passed away? No, she didn't pass away.
No, she didn't die in real life.
Man, this woman here. This woman
here. Yeah, okay. Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Okay, hold on.
That was Dracarys.
No, that was her translator.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
Now she's gonna teach y'all how to date.
Hi, I'm Natalie Emmanuel and I'm in London shooting for Geek magazine.
All right, that's it, man. Because I'm gonna
listen. I told you. Look, you gonna tell me that woman ain't got good genes? Come on now.
I'm gonna get in trouble. I don't did too much tonight. Let's go to the
top. You did too much.
Well.
I follow Luis Fernando. He's a number guy on Twitter. He said hashtag Fantastic Four First Steps remains holding the number one, beating Thor: The Dark World, Batman Begins, box office, biggest second Tuesday discount day for Fantastic Four film, minus 55% drop from last Tuesday. Number 6 biggest second Tuesday of 2025. They said that Fantastic Four had a 55% drop for the second week. They saying that this movie is slated to be a flop. What happened?
Before we answer that, do me a favor. That link, could you send that to me a little bit later? All right, when we just preferably
Yes,
before bedtime. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
I didn't even see it. I gotta back that up. Hold on, let me back that up real quick. I didn't catch.
Hold on, what you talking about? That's her.
That one. That. No, I didn't. No, I just did a whole screensaver. I didn't do her.
Hey, man, you gonna get me in trouble, man. I can't be.
Listen, I told you to get 33 likes. I changed the screensaver.
Y'all make it 50. Let's get 50 likes before the show is over.
Come on now,
likes.
you can do it.
50 likes. We
Shake
got
it up,
102. We got 102 people watching on YouTube and Twitter. Thank y'all so much. Continue smashing that like button. But guys, what happened? Why
People wasn't feeling it, bro? They should have put Robert Downey Jr. in there or something. You know?
And I thought that was real odd that they didn't, because it seemed like Marvel is leaving what made them great. Okay, they do the alley-oop for the next movie. And I mean, we got Doom, but we don't know if that's Robert Downey Jr. or not, you know? Let's read this real quick. Marvel The Fantastic Four First Steps is looking like another big official flop from Kevin Feige. The flick has bombed harder than initial thought, as the second weekend actuals have come in lower. The second weekend actually comes in at 38.7 million, making a massive 67.1% drop, one of the biggest ever for the MCU. Rest in peace, MCU.
Can I just say this? I mean, you know that I love the movie, you know?
I love it too.
I just feel like it had the misfortune of being an MCU movie, because I really like it as a standalone film. You know, I really like it as a sci-fi film. So much so, in fact, that I would love to see them. I mean, because it's too late now because we're all about this $1 billion stuff. But I really wish they could restart their universe in this universe. I really like the way they world build it here. You know, I really love it. I could see like a Spiderman in there. What is it? The 828? Is that what this is?
Yeah,
the 828.
Yeah.
I would love to see all of the characters come through there. I mean, keep in mind, all of those characters, all of the classic characters, basically got started in the 60s.
Yes.
You know? So
Spider-Man was 68, right? Was it Spider-Man
absolutely
68? Yeah.
And remember, this is functioning as a sci-fi movie. Spider-Man, I believe it was Amazing Fantasies, right?
Amazing Fantasy 15.
You know,
Amazing Fantasy 15.
Amazing Fantasy 15.
All of these titles and all of these superheroes always had a science fiction edge to them when they first came out. The Hulk, you know, was almost like a horror story.
Yes.
You know, man turned into monster.
Yep.
You know, like I love that, but it would have to be smaller. But it's too late now because the MCU is this big thing and everyone needs it to be this big thing. But I love the feel of this, the way it was, self-contained. No one can say anything about the visuals of it. It looked great. You know, it was just a really good story. It's just that it was supposed to be a big MCU. Yes,
I love the way they introduced Galactus. Like how you see
Galactus
his eyes first.
Yeah, I wanted that feeling, pause, when I saw Galactus. That big Titan menacing, them eyes popping out.
And
I was like,
spoke,
okay.
It was rumbling, you know, when he you know?
Yeah.
I love it, man.
Yeah.
Galactus, people don't understand. Galactus is one of the most powerful beings in the MCU. Him and the Phoenix are the sole survivors of the previous universe. When the universe, the Big Bang happened, he got mutated so much that he had to consume planets because he was a normal, quote unquote, humanoid, and he survived the Big Bang. Him and the Phoenix, and by him surviving that, the energy it took to make the Big Bang was what made him hunger for planets. And that's why he says he can't, he needs to quell this hunger because he just wants to eat planets all the time.
And it's an end of the world event, and it was terrifying. You know, it's like if you've been through New York and stuff like that, just picturing Galactus looming over the buildings, just picturing his herald saying that your time is up. Like it's terrifying. And I think they nailed that. You know what I mean? I'm just sorry that, like I said, it had to function as some big MCU film, because as it was great. Of course it was going to have some slow moments in there, because you have to account for not really Reed Richards's psychobabble and all that stuff, which is another thing. Pedro, he wasn't my Reed Richards,
I didn't like
but it's
him.
not like he ruined it for me.
Correct.
It's
I thought he was good.
He was good, but he wasn't Reed, man. It's like he took some. Go ahead.
That's it. That's what you said, because you're seeing Pedro. He's in too much. So, like you said before, by getting somebody who's unknown or whatever, if they would have got somebody like the rest of the three, sure they might have been in stuff, but I don't see them all the time. So I can see Vanessa Kirby being Sue Storm, because I don't see her being everything. Pedro's everything, so I'm seeing Pedro. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm seeing him rather than seeing Reed, and I think that's one of the things between him and the like. Before you came up, I said it. I said nobody cares about Shia LaBeouf, Silver Surfer. That was a big mistake. It should have been Norman Rad. Period. Because nobody gives a shit about Shia LaBeouf. Nobody does. I'm sorry. Nobody cares. It's Norman Rad. It's Norman Rad. It's Norman Rad in the beginning, Norman Rad in the end. That's it. Nobody cares about Shia LaBeouf. Come on, stop it.
And it probably would have went over better too. But she did a great job too.
She did good.
She did. But you're right.
Good job.
Yeah. But Star Killer, you're absolutely right. Reed put a target on his son. That was foolish. Yep. There were things there. They could have actually built on that too, because the whole world really should have turned against them for real, like aggressively against them.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I was saying in my review, Ben not saying it's clobbering time is because really they didn't give him anything to clobber. Now, if Reed put a target on Franklin, which he did, then you would have had, if they had handled it correctly, everyone should have been attacking the Baxter building, and you should have had someone for Ben to clobber then, because now they're trying to get in here. They're coming up. They're trying to get your nephew. Guess what? It's clobbering time. You know what I mean? It's like now he's got something to clobber, but he's not going to clobber Galactus. So there wasn't really so much for him to do in terms of that. You know what I mean? So they kind of missed an opportunity there.
I would love to see a Thing versus the Hulk. That would be freaking awesome.
Bro, the Thing can't rock with the Hulk.
But they always fight, though. They always fight. They always fight.
But let's be honest.
Well, see, here's the thing, Fatal. The Thing going up against the Hulk is character development for Ben Grimm, because he doesn't know how to quit. That's the thing. We know that he can't beat him, but Ben won't accept that he can't beat him. Especially if the Hulk is raging. He's the only one who stands even the slightest chance of beating him. So even though the Hulk keeps putting him down, he keeps getting back up. This is what we love about the Thing. You know what I mean? It's not, of course we know he's not going to beat him, but he doesn't stop. That's the thing.
Correct.
So this will be like a Rocky 1.
Yeah, exactly. He would be. You got to figure. Ben's supposed to be that Brooklyn, just like Cap. When he was before he got, he said, "I could do this all day." That's how Ben is. Like he's that old school. Hey, look, hey, buddy, you trying to mess up my city? We gonna rock. We gonna keep rocking, baby. It's clobbering time. That's what you gonna keep doing. But yeah,
so let me ask you fellas something. Starting with Mark, because I know Mark is the real big Fantastic Four fan. These live action Reed Richards, since you've seen, well, we ain't really seen that first one, so I don't count him. But after seeing all the Reed Richards, which one is your favorite Reed Richards live action?
Krasinski should have got a chance.
Yeah, he should.
I agree.
You know what I mean? He should have got a chance. I believe he could have rocked it. Definitely.
I think if Krasinski was in this film, it would have been a totally different movie.
I agree. He has something that Pedro doesn't have. Like Pedro's Reed Richards was all vulnerability, but he didn't have the confidence that Reed has. Reed actually is a confident person. It's just that he got slapped down by the fact that he got all of them in the predicament that they're in. They followed him that fateful day, you know, because they followed him. Ben Grimm turned into a thing.
Oh, this
you know,
guy.
and that's a burden for him. Paulie, what's up, Paulie?
Paulie said we hate Mexicans. We don't hate Mexicans, bro. We don't hate Mexicans, man. Do you realize I love Selena? Do you realize I love Selena? It's one of my favorite movies, man.
Stop it. Older brothers love Selena.
Of course, the Selenas.
I like the,
Let me tell you
the
something.
real Selena and the movie.
Yeah,
Dude.
correct. Let me tell you something. J-Lo back then, that was perfection. J-Lo when she
Oh, that
played,
put J-Lo on the mount. That
when
put
she
her on
played
the mount.
Selena, oh, that was right there. Yeah, I'd be like, yeah, love don't cost a thing, baby. You can see that to me all the time.
Hey, I work with this Puerto Rican mommy named Selena, and she's just as fine, boy. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna show her this clip tomorrow.
Nice. But you know, like in Texas, like people like black, white, Hispanic, we jam Selena. And if Selena was alive, I believe it wouldn't have been a J-Lo. I mean, she was like
the real deal.
Yeah,
she was iconic, man. She was, everybody loved her, man. I hate the way she went, man. I hate she went out like that.
I told y'all my favorite from her, man. I mean, it just gets me in the feels. Is I could fall in love. I could fall in love with you. I mean, that shit. I love it, man.
Oh yeah, man, it's a jam.
Yeah.
More MCU news though. And Mark, don't say the name because I know you. This was news. X-Men 97 creator exposes Marvel animation. They hate the comics. We already knew this. Wow, folks. Those in charge of Marvel animation hate the comics too. Just like the MCU producers. And you guys seen that video where the directors and the writers of all the past Marvel movies, they was told not to adapt the comics. Y'all saw that, right?
Correct.
Okay. Former X-Men 97 showrunner Beau DeMayo is airing out his frustrations with Marvel animation, accusing executives of undermining the comics and cutting key parts of his original vision for the hit series. This is what I never understood. You're a comic book based movie studio, but you hate the comics.
That's because, say it with me now, geekdom becoming mainstream was a mistake. Period. There is no second guessing that. Because ever since the evil, I mean, to be fair, almost everything has a corporate background to it, because you don't get that kind of a airtime without having some kind of corporate backing in general. But once the big corporations realize, hey, we can use this to our ability for our messaging, for all of our propaganda, like real propaganda, they say, oh, we don't need this. Look, you guys were the geeks that we didn't like anyway. So we're just gonna put y'all to the side and we're gonna put what we want in there. And the problem is the normies out there don't know no better, and they sit there and they say, oh, you guys are complaining about the comics. Oh, it's just a comic. Yes, it was a comic that we enjoyed. We didn't like that before you came here.
Yeah.
I got all this stuff down here before y'all came there. Okay?
Yeah. I mean, look at us. Look at us. We nerds. I got the Superman. Mark got the Batman. You got the Attack on Titans. Bro, we live this.
Yeah.
We live this. You killing your fan base.
They don't care, Fatal. They don't care. I mean, look, we were just talking about it earlier. They quite literally took one of the most popular. And the reason why I say it's the most popular, because you see that right down there? That right there carried the entire Star Wars universe with no movies. That down there carried.
I remember that.
They carried the Star Wars universe. You don't have books carry a whole franchise for literal decades before another movie comes out and it is not a healthy franchise. They took a healthy franchise, and now I don't even want to watch my beloved OG trilogy. I don't want to watch it because you know why?
Then we at 41 likes. What we need to do next? I ain't
we
mean
at
to cut you
41
off, but 41 likes.
Fatal needs to
I
give
tell
me
you
10
what.
push-ups. That's what Fatal needs to
Hold
do.
on. Nah, I ain't doing no 10 push-ups because you already got me doing
He needs
push-ups.
to
But
do
listen
10
here.
push-ups.
If y'all get us to 50 likes, I'm gonna tell you the most embarrassing story of my life. It had to do with me having the bubble guts, and
no.
Fatal, is that supposed to be an incentive? Nobody wants to hear. We're gonna lose people now, bro. Nobody wants to hear about your bubble guts.
Brother man said it's too dark. Here, I want to give you this for a second. There you go. There you go. You can see. Now you can blow me up, Fader, real quick, so he can see that because he not understanding what I got down there. So if you look down there, that's all EU right down here. That's all EU.
Yeah, man.
Then your setup
You know
is
what I'm saying?
dope. What is that?
Yeah.
Is that a speaker between your TV and your book?
Yeah, I told you that's the speaker. That's what was over here.
Oh,
I
okay,
put
well, you
everything
ready to
over
do
there.
concerts?
Yeah, man.
You ready to do concerts? Still let it chill out, man. Just unsubscribe. Trash, we can replace him with the daughter. All right, more over news.
Unsubscribe.
Disney officially confirms Marvel Thunderbolts was a bust. Joining Captain America: Brave New World, Disney has now confirmed that Marvel Thunderbolts is a big bust. In its latest investor report, Disney cited Thunderbolts, which made $382.4 million in the box office, and Pixar's Elio, $144.2 million, as key reasons for a $21 million operating loss in its content sales licensing division. A steep drop from the $254 million gain it reported during the same quarter last year. While Lilo and Stitch was also released in the quarter and performed well at the box office, making over $1 billion. It wasn't enough to offset the losses from Thunderbolts and Elo. So is it safe to say we'll never see a Thunderbolt sequel ever again?
Yeah, we're not gonna. They'll be in the which, by the way, I still don't understand how they're gonna do this. How is this Doomsday movie going to exist when they are quite
Facts.
They are throwing I mean, your salary alone it's got to be in the $100 million at this point. Just the salaries,
bro. And think about this, D. Okay, your 3 new movies that's supposed to be playing a big role in Avengers Doomsday, they was all 3 flops.
Correct.
That's right.
So could this be the first Avengers movie that do less than $1 billion?
I don't think that's gonna happen. I don't think so because the only reason why they're gonna do the Deadpool Wolverine, bro. They're gonna hit the normies with the nostalgia bait. Like
they're gonna hit them with everybody, huh? All
the nostalgia bait is going to be crazy, bro. It's gonna be crazy.
Well, Mark, now let me hear you because you said no. So what you thinking, Mark?
I'm reading the room, man. It's like I'm seeing Sinners. I'm seeing what's this new one called? The scary movie that's out here now. They're just about weapons.
Oh,
you know, it's like
yeah.
You know, yeah. I'm seeing these smaller movies are really starting to pick up steam, man. I think the audience is ready for something different. I think they're ready for more human stories. You know, I think that they kind of like. I think the normies are kind of moving off from the spectacle of the superhero stuff. Like we'll always be there, but we're not the ones that put this stuff over $1 billion. We're just not. It's like
we're not.
Them getting the normies hooked is what got it. And I think they're starting to kind of drift over into like storytelling, you know, like other than this.
Shout out to Big Rich. I see a lot of new heads in here. Thank y'all for coming to the show. I hope y'all enjoying yourselves. Smash that like button. Mark, keep going.
Yeah, but that's how I'm still. I mean, because I know I'm starting to appreciate that more. You know, it's getting my attention more when I start seeing some of these other movies, man. Like when I look at the, you know, some of the trailers, I'm like, what's this? You know, I'm a little bit more curious. You already know what you're going to get with the superhero stuff. It's just more of the same, you know. And I just don't see it going over the same way as it did. You know, to some degree, I think that ship is starting to sail.
You know, Mark, sorry.
I was just gonna say, if I was a betting man, I would have. You couldn't have told me that Fantastic Four wasn't going to hit $1 billion. But it's like you said, man, they just pumping all this trash out. It feel like at first we was getting like a luxury dinner, a homemade dinner, but now it's like McDonald's. They just pumping this stuff out, pumping this stuff out, pumping this stuff out.
And it doesn't help that the streaming thing is what it is, because people are talking about that too. It's not as special when you know that it's going to be out on Disney Plus in like less than 2 months or so.
Correct.
You know what I mean? So they kind of shot themselves in the foot in that way.
I love it when y'all segue into the next topic because that's exactly what I had up.
Well, real quick before you go to that, I was going to say, Mark, you hit the nail on the head. Is that what I was just talking about before? Us, when I say geekdom becoming mainstream was a problem. Us geeks, the real geeks that made this thing the thing that it is, we were always a niche thing. It was never mainstream. I mean, it had a level of mainstream to it. Like, again, you knew who Spiderman was, you knew who Batman was, you knew who Superman was. But that would be, for the most part, where everybody stopped. And maybe the Incredible Hulk, right? Because, you had the TV show that kind of brought it in and stuff like that. But like you say, it's always been the normies that puts this over. And like you say, we're always going to be here because this is the jam that we always grew up with. But if you're losing me, and you don't have the normie, you're screwed.
It's over.
And you told me, when I say me, I'm talking about the geeks. You told us we don't want you here. You said it in so many words. You said this isn't for you now. You said this in so many words, right? And then when you're gonna be scratching your head, what happened? Well, I don't know what happened. Yeah, that's what happened. You did this. You did it.
Yeah.
And this the cold thing about it. Disney actually has a good formula. Now, I'm not talking about Marvel. I'm talking about when they come out with those adaptations of the Disney movies, they follow it piece by piece. So that's why I don't understand why they don't do the same thing with the comics. Because when you look at these Lilo and Stitches and all these type of films, it's the same movie as the cartoon. Is just live action.
That's right. That's right.
So I mean, the
formula,
is
the
there.
blueprint is there, man. The blueprint is there.
Yeah.
It's like I'll call your attention to The Walking Dead, for example, right? Anybody out there is a Walking Dead fan. The first seasons of The Walking Dead are what made The Walking Dead a phenomenon because it was roughly, it captured a lot of the essence of the graphic novels.
Yeah.
It's like you had a lot of that dynamic that was going on. Yeah, they tweaked a few things. Daryl wasn't a character in the comic, and neither was Carol, I think. But that time, maybe the first 3 seasons or so, it was pretty much classic storytelling. You saw that show fall completely apart, like right around season 5, 6, 7, and everything, because they started taking it someplace where it didn't need to go. The same thing happened with Game of Thrones.
Yep.
As it got further on into the show, and they started taking liberties with the source material, it fell apart. That's what you're seeing here as well.
And it doesn't help that George won't finish the damn books either. That doesn't help either.
Look, I keep telling y'all. Your boy is smoking big blunts and smacking big butts. Okay, he. This man been a nerd all his life. D, let him catch up with life now. You know what I mean?
Look, listen, that's fine. That's fine, bro. You say like this here. Listen, here's my guideline. I'm gonna hire an intern. This is my guideline. Write it, and then I just come back. Okay, you did this. Good. Put it out. That's all he got to do. I know he don't care. My man is living he's living the Jamie Lannister life right now, for real. Okay, I understand that. But my dude, you got people who want your book. And because your book ain't finished, you got that. I mean, the end of Game of Thrones was so trash. The only thing I like about literally the only thing I liked about that last season was when that one shot when Daenerys was walking down the steps after she just turned to the Mad Queen and the dragons freaking the wings was behind her. That's the only thing I like.
Bro, I knew I was in store for some trash when the Battle of Winterfell. Bro, I thought my TV, because I got my TV from the pawn shop anyway.
You couldn't see shit.
He said the pawn shop. This guy said the pawn shop. Oh my God.
I said my TV messing up during the best battle, the battle of all time.
No, bro, Fatal, I got one worse for you. I got one worse for you. No, Fatal. You know your boy is a straw hat, okay? I'm a straw hat, okay?
Yeah.
If y'all know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. I'm one of the straw hats. I quite literally took my straw hat off and I paid for HBO for that season.
Yeah.
I put the straw hat down.
Yeah.
And I paid for HBO for that season.
Yeah.
And I got that season was so hot. It was
Yeah.
trash. That's how bad it was.
But Fatal, I was so happy the next day when I found out nobody could see that episode because I thought it was me too. I was tripping. You know, I was relieved. I'm like, okay, it wasn't just me. Nobody was able to see what was going on, bro.
Mark, did you do like me and went to your settings and put your TV on bright? Did you? I put my TV on bright and still.
I was ready to call Fios. I was like, bro, what's going on? I can hear it, but I can't see nothing. Oh man, yeah, it was
last
bad,
season
bro.
was a prime example of what not to do with your series. Because Game of Thrones, you ever see that meme where they have the horse and they show like different stages of the horse? They get to that last piece. They look like
yeah.
They look like,
and
like somebody who was drew that horse. That's what it looked like.
And the cold thing about it, you know, Game of Thrones always throw you for a loop. You don't know what's coming next. But I mean, come on. Instead of Jon Snow, you gave it to the girl that killed the Ice King.
They gave it to the dude, right? Oh, you mean killing?
They gave it to Arya. Arya's the one who killed the Ice King.
Girl.
I'm talking about in the end, they gave the whole thing.
Oh yeah, they gave it to freaking they gave it to Brandon Broken. That was bro. That was just.
That was like
Brand.
What?
Brand. First off, let's be 100%. The Game of Thrones is supposed to be based off an alternate version of London, right? Of the British Kingdom. It's an alternate version of that. What the hell is that, Fatal? Anyway, there was no kingdom that's gonna have a broken king. That's number one. Number two, there's no the whole Jon Snow with Daenerys. First off, they would have made that work. They would like, listen, I don't care if that's your art. You already smashed. You got to marry her now. They would have made that was basically the law then. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's no way she would have been queen. He would have had to be king. He would have had to be king. Anyway.
I mean, but that's what the Targaryens do.
That's what
they do.
Yeah.
I mean, that wasn't strange to them. Let's check this out right here. This is exactly the problem with Disney Plus. Hilarious. This is a quote. The biggest problem with Disney Plus is not the quality of their material, said Dan Czar, the host of the Coffee with Kenobi podcast and the author who has written books for Lucasfilm. It's that less is more. The less Star Wars we have, the more it builds the anticipation.
Okay. You know, can I just say this, bro? It's like, okay, who's saying this?
Some dude.
Some dude is fucking slow as hell because a lot of us were saying this forever. The Star Wars is it should be a big event.
Correct.
Like, I remember saying that years ago, right here on the Dark Council. It's like, remember back in the day, we used to have to wait. You know, we used to have to wait like 2-3 years before the next installment came out. And that's the way it should be. I understand technology now, you can spit these things out, a lot faster. But the actual art of storytelling and anticipation, there's a lot to be said for that. As far as selling your film, that you're anticipating this, you're waiting, all the theories come out, you have all of this time to go to conventions and stuff and meet other people who have been affected by these films the same way as you. You build community that way as well. It shouldn't be. I never felt like Star Wars should be on TV.
Mm-mm.
Hell, half the time I didn't even like it being a comic. When I was a kid, I really liked the fact that we all shared this as a community. When it opened up, we were all there. everybody was dressed up. Everybody cheered as soon as you saw that 20th Century Fox, you know, because you knew what was coming up next. You know, you were going to hear those horns, and that whole experience has been lost.
It's lost, and just the sad thing about it, I don't think it'll ever come back. I don't, because it's too much out there.
No, they're not going to fix it, Fatal. They can't fix it. It's too far gone. That's why, like you said before, they should just shelve it for like 10 years, and then come back and start their own thing. Just start their own thing. You can call it Star Wars. You could call it Star Wars. You own it, so you can call it whatever you want, but you need to start with something else. And the problem is the fact that, like I was saying earlier, one of the biggest problems we have right now is that nothing is new. Everything is a sequel, or remake, of this or that. You know, we get every now and then we get something sprinkled that's a new franchise that just came out. But everything in between there is always something that was attached to something else. Nobody knows how to do anything original right now, and that's a problem. That's
not only that, but you know, they're just dedicated to checking boxes as well.
Correct.
And that doesn't serve anybody that they're like that now. You know, because now they've changed the whole atmosphere of the fandom, because everyone now is so sensitive, you know, to this. It has become a distraction. You can't even put a so-called diverse face up on the big screen without somebody rolling their eyes, without somebody getting defensive, without somebody getting offended, you know. So it's just, they just fucked it all up, man. We used to share this. How is it that the more dedicated, and I put that in quotes, the more dedicated they are to diversity, the more anti-diversity we get?
Correct.
Why does it work that way?
Because they're not doing diversity for a natural way. Because think about it, if we go back to when we were younger, we had the quote unquote diverse stuff, and by the way, we all know when they say diverse, it means not white. That's what that means. That's exactly what that means, especially in the entertainment industry. It means not white. So if you're going to play that game, we've had not white shows and movies and stuff like that, black-led movies and stuff like that were phenomenal. They didn't lead with, oh, look at me, I'm diverse. They didn't lead with that. They just put it out there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, I mean, look, Beverly Hills Cop. Yeah, I mean, Eddie Murphy was on top of the world. He wasn't white. You know what I'm saying? You had Bill Cosby. Y'all can say what you want about Bill Cosby, but the Cosby Show, everybody loved the Cosby Show. Everybody.
Even in this space, we had something like 40-something years of Star Trek before we saw Benjamin Sisko. And when Benjamin Sisko came out, nobody said anything. You know what I mean? There was no backlash. There was no statements. There was no press release. That man just did what he had to do, and he earned the respect of his character.
Yeah,
and that's the way it should be.
But Mark, if you would have got that same character today, they would have said it's woke.
Exactly.
That's what I mean. It's changed.
Yeah.
It's changed.
They've twisted that word so much that it doesn't even. And by the way, woke used to mean the same thing we always, like back in the days, like basically, don't trust the man. Don't trust the system. Rage Against the Machine. All that stuff when we was growing up. Now it's so antithetical to what it's supposed to be that it literally just means woke now means, oh, everything that's not white or whatever it is, whatever they dumped it in. But I always just call it the message. I don't even like using that word woke because it's become so played out. Because everything, like I always say, if everything is woke, nothing is. If everything is istophobe, nothing is. If everything's anti-white, nothing is. You can't have everything be the same thing and it just fly like that. So
that's right.
What you got here, Fatal?
All right, let's I'm laughing at this dude's name. Last name is Chitwood. Have you ever heard of somebody named Chitwood?
Chitwood.
Chitwood. All right, let's check this out because this guy is saying something.
So let's start with
he's saying something that Mark said.
Marvel, because that's kind of on the tip of everyone's tongues right now because we're just coming off, Fantastic Four launched with I think over $110 million at the box office 2 weeks ago. Everyone's breathing a sigh of relief. Marvel's finally back after a few blunders, and then second weekend it tumbles 66%. This is a really steep drop off in box office for this movie. This seems to suggest that that opening weekend was really just hardcore fans, and the movie-going habits that fueled Marvel throughout the 2010s to 800, 900 million, $1 billion box office per movie may be gone. So what did your reporting, your investigation turn up around Marvel and how Disney Plus has harmed that brand?
Well, we looked at things like the Thunderbolts, which came out earlier this year, which is a wonderful movie, but didn't really connect the way that it should have. I don't think it breached 400 million worldwide. And the Marvels from, I think, 2023, which was, something that did even worse. I think it was like around 200 million worldwide. And the thing that both of these movies had in common was that most of the characters were from the Disney Plus shows. The Marvels, you had to watch.
What y'all guys think about that?
Yeah, he's making a good point.
That's a flaw.
That's a
flaw.
great point.
No,
that's a great point.
Because
I
nobody
didn't
wants
think
to do
about
homework.
that. Yeah.
Listen, it's one thing, like you said, Fader. I think you said that earlier, where the Marvel movies used to set you up for the next movie. Now I know that kind of put them in a bit of a little rut, because now everybody's expecting that. Like, for instance, when they ended the Thunderbolts, they showed the Fantastic Four, which had nothing to do. When you see the end of the Fantastic Four, it didn't match up to what the end of the Thunderbolts was. So
it didn't match up with nothing.
I'm like, what are we doing here? Like, it just didn't make any sense.
Think about this. Before Disney Plus came on the scene, Marvel was hitting back to back.
That's right.
But then when they start tying this to Disney Plus, this dude is right.
Mm-hmm.
That's when they start flopping, because it wasn't consistent.
Correct.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, what they did with WandaVision, I always thought was kind of cute and everything, the concept of it. But I had no idea. Like, when they said they were going to do a Loki, I was like, no. It's like, I don't want to see Loki on the small screen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I always, had him in the context of a big film and everything. That's when I knew it was just getting watered down, man. Yeah. And like you said, after a while, it started feeling like, well, I have to watch this because it's going to be referenced in maybe a movie or something like that. Even What If should have had no connection to anything, but that Doctor Strange episode got referenced in Multiverse of Madness. You know what I mean? So it was like, come on, man. Like, what are we doing, bro?
Yeah. Let's continue.
WandaVision and Miss Marvel, to understand what was going on. There's a ton of characters in Thunderbolts that are from the Falcon and Winter Soldier, as well as Black Widow, which was one of those hybrid premieres where it was in theaters but on Disney Plus at the same time, which they briefly tried to do for a surcharge. And yeah, to what you're alluding to, the emphasis on the shows and having to watch the shows and the movies has totally killed that kind of like baseline Marvel fan.
Hey, and same thing happened with Star Wars.
Absolutely.
You're right. Would turn something like Captain Marvel into $1 billion movie. I mean, that's it's an okay movie, but like, it was just some average Marvel movie. Yeah, everybody went
because it was a new Marvel movie.
Yeah, and that kind of like casual Marvel fan is just not there anymore. And I think that's what Fantastic Four showed us was, as you said, like all the Marvel diehards went the first weekend. But it used to be that your mom could watch a Iron Man movie every 3 years and still understand what was going on in the universe. And now it's just become so cumbersome and complicated. And, like you were saying, Eyes of Wakanda, which is a really terrific animated series, 4 episodes, Disney just rushed it out the door. I mean, they bumped it up a week, did not really tell anyone, and just kind of dropped it on the service, which, like we're saying, it did not fulfill the promise of these creators who spent, years working on the show and thinking that it was going to get the grand kind of Marvel rollout. It's just like, kind of disused. But yeah, I mean, I think Marvel has been the brand that's been hurt the most, especially if you look at the pre-Disney Plus era and the post-Disney Plus era.
So let's start with Marvel.
He's exactly right. Disney Plus ruined them. It ruined them. This is the last thing that we're going to be talking about tonight, because we got 60 minutes until the end of the show. Kevin Feige is scared because this dropped a few days ago. And you guys let me know what y'all think.
We ready?
So
What's your
desperate.
thoughts? That's desperation. Ain't it?
So desperate. There's
Hey,
no
don't
reason
even-
for that, bro.
Don't
There's no
even get the
reason for that.
trailer ready. You know?
Yeah.
The trailer not.
That's almost as bad as Robert Downey Jr. coming out for Ironheart. Just
Yeah.
the
Listen.
desperation is just all over it.
All I gotta say is this movie does have some potential. If they make Spider-Man instead of Iron Boy, we might have a good movie.
Oh yeah,
Might
it's
as
just what we're questioning is the motivation behind showing us this now, as we see that the Fantastic Four is underperforming. You know what I mean? Like it's very.
Oh yeah.
interesting.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah, that's definitely the case right there. 100%. Because they need some hype. They need some hype behind the brand, because their brand is at this point total shit.
And not only that,
and let me tell you
a lot of
something.
footage.
I gotta tell you this one last thing in regards to this. If this movie doesn't do well, that's a problem. Because Spider-Man, historically speaking, while he is part of the big three, he always takes the cake. Okay, because you got Superman, Batman, and Spider-Man. If this movie doesn't make money, it's over. Spider-Man is it. It is over if this movie don't make money. I mean,
do you believe it's a chance that this movie won't hit $1 billion?
That I'm not too sure.
Just based off what we've been seeing with Marvel so far, is it a chance that this movie won't hit what it's supposed to hit? Because you know, Spider-Man is $1 billion franchise.
And Disney ain't getting none of that. That's going right to Sony.
That's going right to Sony. They'll probably get a little bit, but
they're gonna get a cut. They ain't going, but that's going mostly to Sony. I'm going to be optimistic with Spider-Man. I think this can hit $1 billion. I think it can.
I didn't ask that question. My question was, is it a chance that this won't hit $1 billion? Based off what we've seen with all these Marvel movies lately.
No. I don't think
so. You think no way, no how that this can't make $1 billion?
This can't hit $1 billion. Can't. It's. I think this one, if we were to make that bet about $1 billion, 50 push-ups, I'm thinking if this don't hit $1 billion, I'll be surprised. I'll be surprised if this don't.
So you saying for sure this is gonna hit $1 billion?
Yeah. Why not?
Okay.
It's Spider-Man.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. There ain't nothing wrong with that. I was just wondering, Mark, what about you? Is it a chance that this?
No. I think the time is done. I think the Hulk is supposed to be in this. That means they're going to have Mark Ruffalo in there. Zendaya is going to be in it again.
And Mark, you touched on something. Pause. When Marvel want that $1 billion film, what do? They throw everybody in there. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, but Mark Ruffalo's Hulk is not the draw that they think it is.
I don't think so either. And
You know
then the other big name, Punisher, is supposed to be in this too.
They put the Punisher in here?
Yeah, the Punisher is in this.
They got a lot going on.
The only way they can make that work. Now the Hulk being here is kind of. I mean, Spider-Man has cross paths with the Hulk every now and then, not much. But what would make this a very interesting thing is if they make it that introduction to the Punisher when they trick the Punisher to trying to kill Spider-Man. That would be pretty dope. Because that's actually a comic book.
Once again, it's not a question if we're going to see it. Like, how attractive is this going to be for the normies?
Facts.
And that's the part that's the piece that I'm not seeing them address. And I don't think they're gonna, like, of course we know that he's gonna be dealing with the fallout from No Way Home, which got saved by Tobey Maguire and Andrew. You know, but this one doesn't have that. You know, I don't think it's gonna be as big. Could be wrong, but no.
After all I've seen so far with these films, these Marvel films, I'm like, Mark, it's 50-50. It might do high numbers, like your high 6s and 7s, but it's a big chance this won't do a billion, because you look at what Marvel has been trying to do for the general audience, which does not include the comic book stories and the writing in there, they've actually chased away the general audience. You know, they sabotage their damn selves. So
And D,
I'm like, Mark, it's 50-50.
D, you know that Peter Parker Spider-Man is one of your favorite characters. You know,
Correct.
we all know this and everything, but they still haven't dialed into the actual definitive Peter Parker Spider-Man because they were so busy making him Iron Boy.
I know.
You know what I mean?
That's what...
So the universal appeal of Peter Parker still hasn't been tapped into. So my question is, will they be able to do that? Because that's what it's going to take. You know, because Spider-Man is popular for a reason. He's classic for a reason, but that's not what they've been giving us here. You know, he might look great in the costume. Go ahead.
Yeah. Now, I'm sorry to cut you off, Mark, but I don't want them to put the fat boy in there, and I don't want them to put Zendaya. I don't want them in there.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, brother. It's you know, it's over. You know, and listen, I love Marissa Tomei. You know what I mean? I've loved her since Different World. She's a cutie like a motherfucker, you know, but she wasn't Aunt May, bro. You know what I mean?
I forgot, Mark, I swear on everything. I said, where do I know her from the 80s? A Different World. She was the only white chick in the dorms.
But she held it down, boy.
Yeah, she held it down. Because she was only like what in the first season, right? She was on the first season.
Yeah, with Lisa Bonet.
I for whatever reason, that part eludes me, but I always remember from My Cousin Vinny. I loved her.
Another goodie.
Yeah.
That was my favorite when I first seen her. But yeah, I'm with you, Mark. But I always say like Aunt May being Granny May. It was, I mean, my aunt now is in her 70s, but they always made Aunt May in her 70s when Peter's in his teenagers. You know, when I was a teenager, my aunt was in her 40s, so that actually makes sense for her to be younger.
No,
you know
bro, you need Aunt May to be Peter.
Here's the thing. No, here's the thing, bro. Here's the thing. For Spider-Man, for Peter Parker to work, he had to be burdened by the fact that he got his frail elderly aunt widowed. You know what I mean? Like that's really what got to him. That Uncle Ben, you know, died because of his arrogance, his negligence, and now Aunt May, who's frail, which is what she's supposed to be. You remember those old comics? He was always so afraid, you know, she would fall ill or whatever, and he just felt so guilty. That doesn't work with a young, spry Aunt May, a hot Aunt May. It just doesn't work.
I get you. They made her more like. They made her more like Granny May. That's what I'm saying. That was not Aunt May.
No, man.
You would, I would. You know what I mean?
This is why old Aunt May is tight. This is one of the greatest scenes ever. Finish it! Finish it! You got an old, ancient old woman, and then you got him blowing up the joint. You gonna tell me that get the same effect with old girl from a different world?
Not only that, but I believe there was an implication that Aunt May, when it was all said and done, knew that Peter Parker was Spider-Man the whole time.
Oh, she knew that in the comics. In the comics, she knew too.
Yeah, that's what I mean. And that only works when she's old. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like she had the wisdom to let him do his thing without blowing up his spot. And I always like that twist. You know,
I will say this though. The one thing I hated about how they utilize Aunt May in the comics, and obviously this is a comic that I do not like, whatever. But when they did that One More Day thing, and they sold their marriage to Mephisto to save Aunt May, I'm like, Aunt May is old. She's old. Let her go. Why would you sell your marriage to the devil for Aunt May, who's going to die anyway? Come on, bro. Come on.
It doesn't work.
Hey, man, I still say this scene right here is one of the coldest scenes ever.
Why, Peter, you're bleeding.
Oh, yeah.
I love it.
I stepped off a curb and got clipped by one of those bike messengers.
I mean, this is a pure Peter Parker straight from the comic book scene. You know?
Yeah.
You see? Oh, my goodness. Oh, that looks awful.
No, it's nothing.
I'll get the first aid kit.
Peter, where did you get that from?
This is the boys' first Thanksgiving in this apartment, and we are
like,
going to do things properly.
Where did you get that
How
from?
did you say that happened? Bike messenger. Knock me down.
I gotta go.
You'll excuse me. I've got to be going.
Why?
I love that scene.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Because when
Come
I
on.
first seen
That's
that,
all I want, bro. That's all I want.
I was a freshman in high school, and I was like, oh shoot, okay, it's Mr. Go Down. You know who he is. We don't get that no more in these movies. We don't get that no more, man.
Come on, bro. Come on, man.
Yeah, man. Hey, that's the end of the show, ladies and gentlemen. Thank y'all for coming to the Dark Council show. Shout out to Lorena Creole. Shout out to Abu Nas. Shout out to I almost said Dark Council, Drunk 3PO. And shout out to Lord Callis. Shout out to Lord Callis.
The voice.
People have been asking, has the Dark Council broken up? No, we're just business free. Y'all forgot we got bills, right? I know y'all don't have bills. We got bills. Okay?
Lots of bills.
Yeah. D, where can the people find you?
You can find me on my channel, DMAJINI. It stands for Demagini. The Spell Breaker, Lord Commander of the Dark Council. I do streams Saturday and Sunday. Spellbroken Gaming on Saturday, Spellbroken Live on Sunday, and you get through the week, you get 2 shorts, 1 long form, and of course, every other week, you find me here on my brother Fatal J's channel, The Dark Council.
Mark.
Yes, indeed. I am a Dark Council exclusive. This is where I'll be whenever there's any streaming to be done, right here with my brothers and my sister when she's here. Otherwise, come by the channel. Come by the channel. I make a lot of good commentary, inviting a lot of conversation, talk, things like that. And we have some fun. Check it out.
Check it out. Thank y'all so much. And we out of here, ladies and gentlemen. Peace.